Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Las Vegas Metro Police mourn the loss of one of their own. Good morning and thank you so much for joining us on 7 at 7. I'm Cynthia Puga. In your top story, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. Former Councilwoman Michelle Fiore's daughter took the stand in court on Tuesday, where she testified on the wire fraud and conspiracy charges her mother is facing. Federal prosecutors are alleging Fiore's daughter, Sheena Siegel, committed perjury while she testified.
Siegel then started testifying about checks that were made out to her account from Fiore's Political Action Committee, and she told prosecutors that she couldn't say if one of these signatures was her signature or her mother's signature.
Prosecutors then asked her if she was admitting to a federal crime. Siegel announced she would plead the fifth to any questions that followed and was dismissed from the witness stand. And the Metro Police Department is mourning the loss of one of its veteran officers. This is Detective Hamrick Singh. He was 38 years old and police say he was a 14-year veteran of the department. LVMPD shared a post on X saying he passed away from a medical condition last Thursday. No further information was released by the department. And this election, Nevada voters will need to vote on more than just their favorite candidates. There are 7 ballot questions that could make significant changes to state laws. Our 7 at 7 anchor Lena Bleetz breaks down question number 3.
Question 3 addresses Nevada's voting process for statewide offices, the U.S. House and Senate, and the Nevada legislature. It would replace the current closed primary system with nonpartisan open primaries where the top 5 finishers would move on to a general election. And the winner of that election would be determined with a ranked choice voting. If no candidate gets over 50% of the vote, the candidate with the fewest votes is eliminated and the second choice on those ballots is counted instead. This continues until one candidate gets over 50%. Supporters say the new system would allow nonpartisan voters to participate in an important part of the electoral process and make way for more moderate candidates. Opponents, including the Republican and Democratic parties, say the system would cause mass confusion, disenfranchise voters, and be more costly.
In your weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Another hot day for your Thursday as temperatures will be reaching the triple digits by 2 p.m., expecting a high around 104 degrees with light winds. A slight cooling trend is expected over the weekend, followed by a bit of cooler conditions at the beginning of next week, especially on Wednesday as those temperatures reach the 90s. Overnight lows stay in the 70s. In your business, brought to you by G-Bank, your best banking experience ever. The future of UNLV's 42-acre lot near the Strip remains uncertain after the Nevada System of Higher Education Board of Regents held a special meeting. UNLV purchased the lot along Tropicana Avenue and near Caval Lane in 2015 for $50 million. It proposed 4 plans to the Regents that included using it for mixed-use development, academic programs, and student services, plus short-term use for things like paid parking for special events. LVRJ reporter Emerson Drews says the Regents were not pleased with the university's proposals.
Regents said that they really want to do it right. They want to do what's right and what's best for the land since it is so valuable. So they think that they also might wait until, the A's stadium comes up. They really want to make sure to maximize the profits of this land so that UNLV can really reap the majority of the benefits.
Sports sponsored by PT's Tavern, your place to watch all the sports action. With over 65 locations, there's a PT's near you. Visit ptstaverns.com. UNLV is staring down a $21 million hole for their athletic department. The school announcing this week that the 8-figure deficit is tied to a variance in budgeted revenues and actual revenues for the 2023 fiscal year. After striking a new deal to stay in the Mountain West, the athletic department sees the agreement providing support to address the budget issues. UNLV also plans to cut expenses to further address the budget issue in the future.
In your health, brought to you by Centerville Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. Las Vegas Athletic Club pools can reopen now after year, the Southern Nevada Health District approved a lifeguard staffing plan. The new plan will require in-person lifeguards who have been hired and trained by the LVAC. A previous waiver to monitor lap pools electronically was revoked in June after a 58-year-old drowned at the gym's North Decatur location back in February. The new plan says there will be one lifeguard on duty during open pool hours who has to be prepared to respond within 20 seconds if an incident occurs. As of right now, no opening date has been set for the pools to reopen. In lifestyle news, brought to you by LV Craft Shows, has been bringing you the finest craft and gift show since 1999. Visit lvcraftshows.com for upcoming events. A farmhouse restaurant at the Delano will close after 10 years of service. The closing date for Della's Kitchen is set for October 30th. Its menu includes breakfast and seafood dishes with organic ingredients from the restaurant's dedicated greenhouse. MGM Resorts International says at this time, plans for the space have yet to be determined.
Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. First place in the NFC South is on the line when the Falcons host the Buccaneers on Thursday Night Football. Atlanta is a 1.5-point home favorite at Caesars Sportsbook, with Tampa Bay at plus 105 on the money line. The total is 44. The Buccaneers lead the division at 3-1 after a convincing 33-16 victory over Philadelphia on Sunday. The Falcons are 2-2 following a 26-24 victory over New Orleans and have alternated wins and losses the first 4 weeks. Vegas Nation brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. While it's still unknown what will become of Davante Adams on game day against the Denver Broncos, quarterback Gardner Minshew spoke about the confidence that he has in the wide receiver core.
We got a ton of trust in that receiver room, the tight end room, all our skill guys on offense. We got a ton of guys that need to get the ball more, so the better job I can do at that, spreading the ball around, we got the guys to do it, so just continue to do that, me doing a better job getting the ball in their hands, and I think we'll be better off.
In your entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Sammy Hagar is celebrating his birthday at his own venue here in Las Vegas. Hagar is throwing a pool party for his 77th birthday at Sammy's Island at Palms Casino Resort. It's happening this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. ahead of his sold-out concert at the resort's Pearl Theater later that evening. There's going to be live entertainment along with signature cocktails and a tent-selling Red Rocker branded gear. And iconic rockers, the Eagles, are adding more shows to their residency at the Sphere. They've scheduled 4 new concerts next year in February. That brings their total number of performances at that venue to 24. Tickets for the new shows go on sale this Friday. Thanks for watching 7 at 7. You can watch us Monday through Friday on streaming platforms like Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and YouTube. Join us weekly at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. to get the latest Las Vegas news updates.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.